I'm Margaret in Windsor, in case you're someone who's followed my many YouTubes and Instagram and Facebook. I'm not going to lay out the magazine, the documents, the backup. I'm just going to say this. If you followed me, you know that I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace and that my father is Edward VIII, who never married Wallace Simpson. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keeffe Windsor, sister to American Georgia O'Keeffe, the artist. I was kidnapped in 41, and my father was illegally taken down, removed. There's an addendum to the forced abdication. My father wasn't even married to Wallace Simpson, an imposter married her. And this is done using imposter to lie about my father, everything, and take him down. There's 99 years still put on it to cover up the crimes of taking my father down and the lies and kidnapping me, Victoria II, heir to the British Crown, and it is legal. It was done illegally and all, and Uncle George, the illegal sixth, Elizabeth's father, helped do it with the Kennedys, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Roosevelt, Bilderbergers. I said Kennedy, didn't I? Because he was ambassador appointed by Roosevelt. Anyway, that changed the whole landscape of time back then. That allowed the United States to put all its bases over British soil. And in essence, they came as friends when they took everything we have, even the monarch, me, my father, my children. I don't know where they are, Mark and Scott. Not the thugs that are sitting up there representing the United States, Elizabeth and her bunch of thieves that should be prosecuted. Now then, if you haven't tuned it out, I have an immune disorder. When I'm around toxic fumes, I'm allergic to chemicals. My immune system attacks itself, and I get very sick, and over time, if I'm force-fed it, and that's what's to make me move bounce around from this place to the other, begging for a place to live, then the toxic fumes makes my immune system attack itself, and I get very sick, and it causes damage to all organs in my body, kidneys, lungs, liver, heart, you name it, veins, vascular system, anyway, I've said that. So this is how they've run me, and I've put up the retired Virginia State Trooper who, in essence, they told me that. I already knew it, for goodness sake. But I've been made to where my word is no good. I'm treated like the scum of the earth, really, like the worst criminal ever born. So you don't tell the United States the crimes they've committed. No. They'll turn around and commit another one and make your life even more a living hell. What I wanted to put up, and I've put this up, and I've documented it, they've made me beg for a place to live. I was flown out to Larry Flint in a campaign in '83. When Larry McDonald, a doctor I wrote about, congressman, the plane was shot down by the Russians when it veered into their space. So I won't go any further about that. I'd written a book about mind control murders and tried to get it published, and they almost killed me again. Wasn't just once, but even had a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd of '79, ongoing investigation, national security involved. So anyway, it wasn't the book really I thought it was. It was who I am. I found out about that in '83. And the man who shot Flint was in Lawrenceville, Georgia, in March the 6th, '78, was programmed to do so. Now I want to get back to how they run me with chemicals and kept me begging for a place to live. When I was out at Mr. Flint's and I got up to leave, I was there twice, October of '83, got up to leave, they role-played like I wouldn't have, there's no room in the inn, I-N-N. So that's basically what I've been kept homeless, running on the side of the road. You name it, every criminal act of torture has been done to me, and I don't even know where my sons, Mark and Scott, are. They're heirs to the crown after me, so their life is in jeopardy too. So I wanted to get to this, and I'm just going to name the HUD. This is federally funded. and that would be Edinburgh, which you associate with the Queen of England or Scotland. Then there's Richfield, and then there's Joseph's Dream. You can make out of that what you want to. And then you got Scott Hill. And now I've been made to break leases because they're told, and this is criminal, it's assault with intent. And it's a conspiracy they get into because the law enforcement gets things on them where they've broken the law, or they fear retribution with their children, like the children drive or their children do drugs, etc. And the law will overlook it to get them to do to me what they're doing or anything they ask them to. So anyway, I'm back here like begging Edinburgh. I photographed what happened at Scott Hill with this, so I could photograph it, but FUMES you can't photograph. So I was back put in the position as humbling myself, begging people that should be locked up, Jennifer and Donna and the whole bunch there, should be locked up and prosecuted, along with the others like it, the managers at Scott Hill, at Joseph's Dream, and at Richfield. There's a whole background on it you don't see here. It's hideous what people will do when they can get away with the crime. Anyway, I went back this last time the other day, and they were made to call me back. When I called them trying to get a place to live again. These are the people in '06 who did this crap to me. I had to leave and break a lease, and anyway, I'm just going to get to this. I went in to look at this apartment that supposedly was vacant. They said moved furniture out. Well, come to find out when I got there, the man hadn't died. He's in the hospital. So the whole thing was kind of a lie. But what I wanted to zero in on is the carpet. If you put new carpet and glue down, if it's not a new kind of fiber, it can make me really sick, and a new paint if you don't use the right one. But they know all this, and I've reiterated it. And when I got there to see it, I'm just going to get to a few of the points. Suddenly, Jennifer can't, if I leave the carpet in there and don't get new carpet, it would just about kill me. They're going to give me 2 days to move in. Supposedly, the guy isn't dead yet, okay? But he's supposed to be out, and they'll give me 2 days to move in, and that's with new paint and new carpet, which I don't know that I could take. It'd make me sick. Or leave that carpet in and not paint it. So here's what she said when I got there the other day. Well, they couldn't use Stanley Steamer. They couldn't use shampoo that's non-allergenic. But what they could do is they could dry clean it. That's what they do. I said, what do you mean dry clean? That's got formaldehyde in it. She smiled and said, yes, it has. You know what formaldehyde does to me or anybody? I would think it's against the law to put it where the elderly are, but evidently not when it comes to me. So anyway, the point to it all is they weren't going to be any different than they were 10 years ago when I was there, and they soaked me in fumes, and it gets too much to tell. The thing here is, out in California, I want to make this point, they have the gas leak out there, and there are people that they've stated that are made sick by the fumes. Some people are. Well, I'm one of them. I don't know if they have immune disorders, but I do have, which is a really serious thing. But now that out there, it's on TV and all this, I guess it's different when it's me, Margaret Ann Windsor, and you can screw me over in every way you want to, and that doesn't even come close to the word that I'd like to use. It one day, I hope it's forced down everybody's throat. It's when people are given the choice to send their children over to another country and kill them and go to war, as opposed to when they're given a choice here in this country to break the law and get away with it. You'd be shocked. I hope everybody has to see it, and I hope I'm alive and my children are alive. The other point I wanted to make is what? Maybe that's it. I'll close this out. I don't know if it's even taking.